Yo, guys, what's up? I got the plays for you guys for the MLB games on Saturday. We need to bounce back here in this video, and I think we actually can. We have two really good games to look at in this video. I got two more plays that we're going to get into in 1 second. First, before we do, make sure to drop a like on this video, guys. I really do appreciate it. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel either. I'm going to be posting free picks on this channel every single day, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the future videos. Before we get into the plays today, like I mentioned, the last 100 videos, VIP is completely free. I give it away for free. When you're in the VIP, you get a ton of text messages every single day of just screenshots of all of my favorite plays. So in the morning, you're going to get one text, and it's just going to be a ton of different screenshots of all of my favorite plays. We cash every single day in the VIP. These were two slips we cashed today in the VIP on Friday. We were one leg away from sweeping the entire slate and going 5-0 on slips in the VIP. One leg away, but we still, even though we missed that, still ended up cashing two legs. So if you guys, or two parlays right there. So if you guys want to get in the VIP for an entire month for completely free, all you have to do, just download, and all these links are down below in the description of this video. You either have to download the Sleeper, Chalkboard, or Parlay Play apps. You do not have to download all three. You don't even have to download two. Just choose one of these apps to download. When you download it, it's going to ask you right away if you have a promo code. Make sure to type in code GHOST before you deposit. It's code GHOST on all these apps. Just make sure to type that in before you deposit, because you can't go back and change it afterwards. Once you type in code GHOST, deposit at least $10 on that app, then drop a comment down below letting me know you hopped on one of the apps. That way I can find you, and then I will send you the link to the free month of VIP. So I'm going to be getting back to every person that comments that down below. When you let me know you're on one of the apps using code GHOST, I will give you that link to the VIP right away. So make sure to do that. Again, all those links are down below in the description of this video. You just have to deposit at least $10 using code GHOST on any one of those three apps. Also, as you guys can see, every one of those apps gives you a $100 deposit match. So you could literally get up to $300 for completely free just by downloading these apps using code GHOST. But whether you want free money or a free month of VIP, would highly recommend getting on those apps. Also, said it before, I'll say it again, their lines and their payouts are way better than Prizepicks, especially for the MLB. So literally could not recommend it enough. Make sure to go get at least one of, if not all three of those apps. Again, links are down below. Make sure to use code GHOST before you deposit. With that being said, let's hop into the two plays today. So the reason I really like these two plays is because we have two really good games. When I say really good games, I could not care less about the matchup of the teams. What I'm saying is there's two games today with the over-under total score at 12. If you don't really know anything about baseball, or you don't know anything about those lines, normally it's about 8 to 9 is kind of where that line is usually set. It's set at 12 in two different games today, which is insane. You rarely see 12. You rarely see anything in the double digits, but 12 in two different games is just insane. So the first game today that is set at 12 and should be a very high scoring game is going to be Seattle versus the Cubs here. And the first player we're going to be going to is going to be Ian Happ. We're going to be taking him over his hitter fantasy score at 7.5. This line, way too low for him in general. He should never be under 8. He should always be at like 8.5, 9, 9.5, something right around there for hitter fantasy score. Most apps and casinos, sportsbooks, all that has him at 9.5 right now. So the fact that we're getting this at 7.5 on Prizepicks is actually, for the first time ever, a really good line on Prizepicks right now at 7.5. So definitely take the over there, just because, again, flat out, it's just too low of a line. But on top of that, like I mentioned, the over-under total runs in this game is sitting at 12. Cubs heavily favored to win this game, so they're basically saying that they're going to score about 6 to 7, maybe even 8 runs in this game. If they score anything over 5 runs in this game, Ian Happ should easily be able to go over 7.5 hitter fantasy score. You can see what he's been doing. He's on a really good run right now. He's gone over 3 out of his last 5 games. He went over back-to-back games. He had double-digit fantasy points, so I really like Ian Happ to go over 7.5 hitter fantasy score again. It's really not that complicated. The matchup against Seattle is really good. The over-under total score is saying it's going to be a very high-scoring game, which I agree with. And he's just been playing really well, and this line is just way too low. So I really like Ian Happ over 7.5 fantasy score right there. The second play is going to be Ketel Marte. So we're going to be taking him again today over his hitter fantasy score. We just took it today on Friday. He had 34 in that game against Colorado, which is just insane. Another situation, he's playing at Colorado again today, obviously. Like I said, he just dropped 34. Again today, the over-under, 12. So it's going to be a very high-scoring game. Diamondbacks obviously super heavily favored to win this game. So same exact situation for Ian Happ and Ketel Marte today. Both these guys should be on teams where they're getting 5, 6, 7, 8 runs in these games. And if they're doing that, Marte and Happ should easily be able to go crazy and go over their hitter fantasy score. I think Marte is going to do exactly, maybe not exactly, but he's going to have another really good game here again on Saturday. He's playing another left-handed pitcher, which he always goes crazy against left-handed pitchers. Today, Friday, was a left-handed pitcher against the Rockies. He crushed him. I think he's going to do the same thing again today on Saturday. Again, guys, these are just two plays that are very, very easy, very simple. I don't really need to explain in too much depth. At the end of the day, they're on teams that should win the game by a ton. They should score a ton of runs, and they're playing bad pitchers, bad teams. So I really like these two guys over their hitter fantasy score, especially Ian Happ with that low of a line, and then Ketel Marte with what he's been doing the last couple games. So I really like these two plays. These are the two plays I got for you guys for these games on Saturday. Again, make sure to drop a like on this video. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel either. Before we get out of here, guys, I'm going to remind you one more time. Make sure to go to the links down below. If you use code GHOST on any one of these 3 apps before you deposit, I will give you a free month of VIP where you get a ton of slips every day. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we hit 2 different slips today in the VIP, and we were very, very close to cashing all 5 slips today. So make sure to get in the VIP. Would highly recommend. You just have to drop a comment down below after you use code GHOST and collect all your free money as well. But other than that, these are the 2 plays I have for you guys for these games on Saturday. Good luck with all your bets. I'll catch you in the next video.